from this RSS ideology. Good news is even a cockroach party can disturb them. We are seeing the generation coming up. These people, the RSS-led BJP, will be more dangerous for the years to come. You see what has happened in Manipur, what is happening in Bengal, what sort of divisive politics they will become more Rakshasas now because they are afraid they are losing. This is when we need to be more strong, more questioning, and more clearer in our thoughts. In your village, if a stranger comes, you'll watch him with little carefully. Samshayam undagamalle. First they will say, he is Muslim, he is Pakistani, our dharma is in danger. Today, if Cockroach Janata Party is taking 22 million followers, it says the opposition has failed to give a platform to the youngsters to express their dissent. So there are a lot of reasons. So it has taken that much of time for them to come. We need to continue to fight. The awareness is growing. And I am so proud today in this country that I am not looked at as an actor. I am known for my nilabadu.
Right.
What a beautiful space to be in. Now I will die, people knowing who I was. Imagine dying as Challam, Muthupandi. I have a family, my wife, my children, who don't like gold, who don't torture me, who are happy to go in an auto. They are not worried of these things. And they're only worried about my safety, which I tell them that I have to do this. So I'm very, very blessed, and I have got great friends, and I have such officers calling me for a talk. Thank you for not calling me an actor, but as a citizen of this country. I had the ladies speaking in detail today about the women's issues. Whatever you try, BJP will not pass the women reservation bill. They will never pass it. How will Manusmriti allow women's reservation bill? When their organization, RSS, has no women members, why will they? Because what we see, BJP is just the flower in the pond. There is a Brahma Rakshasa inside RSS. They should allow. They will not allow. Well, I wanted to talk to you all because talking to a political party is not of great importance. It is just a fight. Many years back, I used to be called to Nagpur to address the IAS officers, young batch. And then the BJP realized I am spoiling them and they stopped calling me. Why you people are important? Because you have a say in the policy matters. You understand policy, you understand finance, you understand the intention of the government, state and the center, before the common man understands it. They keep asking me, where do I get this courage to have a dissent? To have a dissent, to fight against something, you don't need courage. Yesterday I was saying, you need a human vision. A human vision which is very, very important. Because when I speak against Modi or fascism, it is not a dialogue. Because before that, I went through a discussion with myself. There is a very famous saying which is very true. The worst thing than being blind is having an eyesight and not having a vision. Isn't it? So for us people who fight, who question, we see injustice, then we talk within that what should we stand for as a voice against injustice. Then there is a process which happens inside. Is it right to stand against injustice when they are in power now? What are the repercussions? There may be ED raids, EC raids. I may lose some job, I may lose some popularity. I had to think. Probably I'll not have time for the family. Probably I may not have that many holidays anymore. Probably I can't, enjoy certain parts of life. But when we start thinking, then we realize we know the price to pray. But then something tells us that when you see injustice, you have to go against it. So after that process, I start talking. We start talking. Now this is the space you people should be in as officers, is what my request is. See, we talk about Ambedkar. How this RSS or even the common people, they think Ambedkar is a Dalit leader. I had gone to Ambedkar's, one of my friend's house, and there was a photograph of Ambedkar. And my close friend said, hey, I think this guy is a Dalit. It hurts me. Ambedkar's constitution, when he wrote, was not after the independence to come out of British rule. Ambedkar constitution is a verdict for 2000 years of this society's nonsense. Because India, these people keep saying, no, the Shivaji Maharaj, that Maharaj, we had a great history. No. India was a barbaric society. There was untouchability. There was child marriage. There was widows should tonsure their head. If the husband dies, women should go on fire and die. There was no equality. The kings lived beautifully with money, but the common man, no. Ambedkar wrote constitution, wrote a verdict for that nonsense. It was not against British. It is not. We did not get freedom from the British. We got the freedom from this Manusmriti, from this RSS ideology. To fight that ideology, Ambedkar's constitution writes equal rights to women, education. It is not for the Dalit woman or a Muslim woman or a Christianity woman or a minority. It was for a Brahmin woman also. The women in Manusmriti of the Hindus were also tortured, kept there. This is the social justice. And why you officers become very important to have an interaction with you. Today we know we have this most beautiful structure, a federal structure of this country, and the center is trying to destroy it. They want one election, one leader, one language. They are stronger with their funds. They allocate funds, PM Shri Yojanas. All this is to slowly kill the federal structure. And you guys, officers, are the ones who should foresee this injustice. They are saying, no, Prakash Raj, why are you acting in Hindi films? I have no problem in acting Hindi films. I speak Hindi better than them. But I don't like imposing Hindi. We don't want imposition of Hindi, no. So this is the society we are living in. And the beast, the fascist, the fascism, the good news is they are going down. Good news is even a cockroach party can disturb them. Good news is youngsters are realizing. Good news is there are protests. But what we should be careful is, this BJP and RSS are not now with people's mandate, but they are strong with using institutions. Because that is the only way they can live. With SIR, with CAA, with vote revisions, vote chori. Because if you see, their voting percentage has come down. Now this is where you officers are more important to me. Because you, the bureaucracy, because that is where they want to seep in. And that's why I wanted to address with you instead of giving a cultural speech and leaving. I do my bit as an artist. I need you officers to do a bit with which positions you are in, with the perception you know, because you will know their politics, you will know their agenda in with rules, with policies before it reaches us. I hope all of you saw a play yesterday. How many of you all saw the play? Wonderful. There is my director Arun Lal. So I do theatre. I use my art to tell stories against fascism, against this Manusmriti. Because when people have accepted me as an actor, I have accepted my art, now I realize this art should help, should talk. So we are also coming up with a very wonderful play called Panchatantra, Project Panchatantra. The Project Panchatantra is how the RSS have used Panchatantra stories to push their agendas. Now we are now rewriting Panchatantra in today's point of time. That how a Panchatantra should be understood. I think Panchatantra has great stories. Great stories about RSS. How RSS comes in. How they did not want women to be empowered. How they are brainwashing people with their stories. I'll tell you a simple story which is part of that play. There is a weaver and he wants some wood. So he takes an axe and starts cutting a tree. The axe slips and falls into the river and he can't get it back and he starts crying. And there is a devata who comes, a goddess. And he says, my axe, please get it back to me. She says, I can't get it back, but I'll give you 2 boons, varam. He said, I'll talk to my friend and ask for it. He goes to a friend. I said, goddess has come. She has given me a boon. What should I do? And the friend says, ask for a kingdom. You be the king. I will be the minister. Ah, good idea. Then he goes to his wife. And wife says, no, ask for 2 heads and 4 hands. She says, you are stupid. And they say women is stupid. And he has a discussion. Arnab Goswami discusses about both the boons. Women asked for more brain and more strength to work. Men asked to rule. But they say women are stupid when they give an idea like that. So through the story, they want to say women can't think. Their brain is below, the knee. So we are questioning all this. We need to question all this today. Violence is not an answer. We are seeing the generation coming up. These people, the RSS-led BJP, will be more dangerous for the years to come. You see what has happened in Manipur, what is happening in Bengal, what sort of divisive politics there. They will become more Rakshasas now because they are afraid they are losing. This is when we need to be more strong, more questioning, and more clearer in our thoughts. I think I should stop talking and I would rather take some questions because I would rather have an interaction than just having a one-way talk. I don't want to do Man Ki Baat. Can I have a mic around here, please? Because that will make more interesting. And thank you for inviting me to come and have a moment with you all. Otherwise, I'll talk for 1 hour. No point. There are some mics here. Thank you for saying you liked the play yesterday. Thank you.
Brad, the play Kuhu Kuhu, which is being produced and performed with your financial support, was performed yesterday. Gandhi's journey, which began in a first-class train in South Africa and continued through third-class train journeys in rural India, was dramatized and witnessed the soul of India. The stage proved that art and artists can intervene in the struggle against the communal fascist policies that still raise ugly equation of partition. Have you thought about further actions of this intervention?
Yes, good news to Kerala because I started this theatre incubator in Mysore and in Manipal. And my good friend Arun Lal is here. He has a wonderful group of theatre groups in Palakkad called Little Earth Theatre. So we are collaborating with Little Earth Theatre. So this is one of the plays. We have produced one more play called Mattaya, Malayalam plays. We are working on children's theatre because we believe that theatre can be a tool in education. So, like with Arun Lal, me, and for the last 2 years, we have traveled to 107 residential schools, have had a theatre group. See, you need to teach children with theatre. For example, there is a story of one pond, and the pond dries up, and the two cranes and the Vellaki birds, they want to leave, and there is a very talkative tortoise. And the tortoise says, "Take me with you." And it says, "But you talk too much." "No, I will not talk." So they hold a stick and they go up. This is a Panchatantra story. And the tortoise holds it. It goes up, talks and falls. That is an RSS story. It says, if you talk, question, you will die. But our play says, the tortoise comes back on stage and says, "I did not die. I have a strong back. I did not die because I spoke. Your lake died because you did not speak. Your rivers died because you did not speak." Because when they were trying to build buildings there, when they were spoiling there, you did not question. So this is what we are doing through theatre. We have had a great 2 years of discussion, and we have done one classrooms, how to conduct. We have trained teachers to spend time with children because children are so beautiful, and it is very important to bring their awareness to their perception. So we are going to continue with this, and in Kerala it is going to be Little Earth Theatre, which you will see more. And whenever you know Little Earth Theatre and my group Nirdiganta is doing a play in your areas, please support them, because we are going to continue our fight with art. Yeah.
Sir. So, difference between an authoritative regime and a fascism is that they have the support, or the mind of people is changed. Many a times supporting the authority. Even though if an authoritative regime can take hold of the institutions, but where fascism differs is that it also takes over the mind of people. So you are doing your bit through art to change that, but what do you suggest the larger social movement and political movement do to actually recover the mind of...
Let me tell you. First, let us understand what is politics. Who should do politics? It is not the politicians. We the people should do politics. They should do their job. Over the years, things have changed. They are doing politics. We are doing our job. See, as common man in democracy, we have the right to elect a fool. We have the right once in 5 years to get carried away. They don't have a right to rule badly. Now, what fascism or authoritative government, if you see the history of the human civilization from Hitler to here, before they become governments, before they become authoritative, they first manufacture consent. It's called xenophobia. People have this phobia for lizards, some insects. Like that, basically human being in evolution. In your village, if a stranger comes, you'll watch him with little carefully. Samshayam undagumille. First they will say, he is Muslim, he is Pakistani, our dharma is in danger. They will create that enemy, they will take the consent, they have separated. Now they say BJP and RSS just wants a contract from you. Country bhaad mein jao. I will take care of your religion. This country has fallen for it. Let us accept it. One, the country has fallen for it. Secondly, before BJP, whether it is Congress or any governments, have failed to invest on education and preparing people to understand the meaning of democracy. They are also the reason. Today, if Cockroach Janata Party is taking 22 million followers, it says the opposition has failed to give a platform to the youngsters to express their dissent. So there are a lot of reasons. So it has taken that much of time for them to come. We need to continue to fight. The awareness is growing. There is no point in getting afraid, going back. Pursue. I fight. I may not see the change in my lifetime. I don't care. But history will write, Prakash said the truth yesterday. So this is the only way. We have to continue fighting because I'm seeing them going down. And this is a result of few, at least from 2012, for people like many of us, like me, who have continued to talk. Today, wherever I go, youngsters come up and say, you are an inspiration, sir. Because I'm not a political party. I said I'm more political being an eternal opposition. So this is a process, this is a churning which is happening in this country. What the country can do is a different thing. What can you do as an officer, as a person, as an individual? When there is an election, will you go campaigning at least to 3-4 houses around you? No. If we take up that responsibility, if all of us who really thrive for a beautiful country, for a humane country, for an equal country, we need to take the responsibility. It is okay to debate. This is okay for television debates. We don't have time for that. We have time for action. A continuous action. That's the only way. Yeah.
Comrade, one more question. We don't have much actors in India who are dealing directly politics, especially against the ruling party. Are you not scared of this CBI or ED knocking at your doors?
I told you I went through the process. I was ready for them. And they have come very late to me. I am richer to lose now. I can afford to lose. They came, 13 hours they raided me. And they were frustrated because no Benami, no black money, nothing. And I told him, this is my strength. My strength is my integrity. They can't do anything. And I'll tell you, my friend, they are not powerful. Your fear is their power. And if you are not afraid, what am I afraid of? I think I am the most luckiest human being on this country, having been an actor, 5 languages, different rivers, different food, different culture, different literature. I see that as a richness, not my money, not the power. And that happens, and I had to go through it, and my gurus have taught me well. Whether it is Ambedkar, whether it is Gandhi, whether it is Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, Periyar. I've had good mentors who have told me to be a strong, eternal opposition. And I feel liberated speaking. I can't speak about other actors, but I feel liberated. And I'm so proud today in this country that I am not looked at as an actor. I am known for my Nilabad.
Right.
What a beautiful space to be in. Now I will die, people knowing who I was. Imagine dying as Challam, Muthupandi.
Sir, Lal Salam, comrade. So happy to hear your voice.
Thank you.
Anyway, have your stand or your outspoken nature or political views ever affected your career? As all of us know that there is segregation and there is so many issues in this industry, especially in the film industry. That's why I'm asking such a question. And also I would like to know about Tamil Nadu's present political condition. No, I don't
one
want
by one.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you to have such a chance.
If somebody hits you, and you say, it's paining, it affects. It doesn't affect me anymore. Yes, they might have, they will stop you from working. They need to find ways to stop. They will see some fund flow is coming down, or the organization I'm starting, they see to it that nobody gives funds to his work. But I knew this would be there and I was prepared for it. I'm not a crybaby saying that, they're stopping my films, they're taking away my films. I said, take away what, and I'm telling them, you're too late. As an actor, I have done too much of work already. I'm already popular. I have already reached. What will you stop now? Your stopping shows that you are weak, I am strong. But yes, people are afraid, youngsters are afraid. There are many people in my industry who really want to speak, especially the women actresses who want to speak. And I tell them, don't speak, because you don't have the strength to take their hitting. Men will not stand by you. And they say, what do you say? No, don't speak. Because there is no point in just going and dying, no? So there are women, there are men, there are youngsters who come up to me when they hug me. There are big heroes also who hug me and they will tell only in my ear, you have guts, man. And after that, I don't know. It's okay, I understand them, I am not fighting them. They are also citizens of this country. I need to understand that how strong they are to face this sort of thing. And I am a little privileged because I have done 5 languages. I am already popular and I have a family, my wife, my children, who don't like gold, who don't torture me, who are happy to go in an auto. They are not worried of these things and they're only worried about my safety, which I tell them that I have to do this. So I'm very, very blessed and I have got great friends and I have such officers calling me for a talk. So I'm not actually losing anything by them trying to stop me and me trying to navigate and go further. They should realize that they're making me more popular and more stronger. That's all. Yeah.
Comrade. Comrade, we have a habit of calling artists and writers as our cultural icons. But today, actually, the culture is being shaped by some media, some journalists like Arnab Goswami and some spiritual speakers. How can it be changed?
Recently, I was on a stage to release a book of my mentor, Mr. P. Lankesh, who was a great father of Gauri Lankesh, my friend, whom you know. Because when I was young, we used to be with him and his editor table was superb. By evening, all books would go and it would become a bar. And we as 19, 20, 21-year-old youngsters, we used to sit and we used to have great writers, thinkers talking. And he always told us, Prakash, media and artists should be eternal opposition. So recently I was on stage releasing the book and I told the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Siddaramaiah, that you governments stop giving ads to newspapers and news channels, they'll stop writing about you. Because Lankesh, when he did his Lankesh Patrika, that is the only magazine which did not take any ads. It says it will go on subscription only. Because he knew government ads or corporate ads indirectly will control him. So today the only way is, as you officers, as you people of this country, see only independent media. Reject these medias. If you see, I don't give interviews to Times Now and all now. I said, I don't care. So, as citizens of this country, because when you take a newspaper, you know which party it is. R.K. Lakshman wrote a very beautiful cartoon. One journalist walks up to him and says, I am a journalist. And he says, which party? That is what this country is. So, we need the truth. That is the 5th pillar. So, we as citizens of this country should stop subscribing. You subscribe to Mohammad Zubair. Watch Dhruv Rathe. Subscribe to Ravish Kumar. Subscribe to young, independent YouTubers in this country who need that support because the government, because they speak against the government. you make them popular. It becomes your responsibility also to stand and subscribe to the voices which is speaking the truth. That's the only way. The only way is to reject them. Keep rejecting them. Yeah.
Hi, sir. My question is very simple. Sir, actually, I want to know.
After listening to it, I'll say if it is simple.
Sir,
പറയാം.
how you respond to the people who says that the celebrities has to stay away from the politics because they are putting the reliance on the sayings that the celebrities are the common asset of the society and each fraction of the society have the claim on them. So how you respond?
I
to
don't
this
respect
kind of
celebrities who says that we have to stay away. I have no respects for them because I believe art cannot be only for art's sake. It has to be the mirror of the society, and across the human evolution, all poetry's great work of art is when it's spoken against or talked about injustice. See, I am a celebrity. I am not a celebrity only because of my talent. I am a celebrity because of people's love and their trust. And when that is in danger, will you not speak up? Are you not supposed to speak up? Tell me, I am not strong, I am weak, I will not speak. I can understand your weakness. I am not going to force you. Don't tell me that celebrities should live out of politics. No. Don't give me reasons for your nonsense. If somebody says, I will only do acting, I said, you are a fool. Now I know who you are. Because when history is written in the future, it may forgive who made the crimes. It will never forgive who were silent. Yeah. That was not a simple question.
ചോദ്യം
All my fellow celebrities will be angry with me.
സുഹൃത്ത് സമ്മേളനം ആരംഭിക്കേണ്ടതുകൊണ്ട് ചോദ്യം താൽക്കാലികമായി അവസാനിപ്പിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ ചടങ്ങിന് നന്ദി പ്രകാശിപ്പിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി സംസ്ഥാന പ്രസിഡന്റിനെ ക്ഷണിക്കുന്നു.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your love. I trust you. I believe in you that we together very soon will have a beautiful country. Thank you.